Welcome to another episode of Racing to Learn. We are a nonprofit that gets kids excited about math and science. We've got our Tekno SCT410.3 short course truck with the 2.8 inch Proline trenchers on it, so effectively making it into a monster truck. This isn't quite the A-scale monster truck that the MT410 is, also from Tekno. But, we, having run, big power A-scale monster trucks, they're not the best for kids. You could check our playlist in the video description for our videos on our Losi XXL2E, also our Arma Creighton. They're just way too much power for kids. And also, when you're running that amount of power in a truck that's that big and heavy, stuff just breaks, and the A scales, they're fun, but they're big and they're heavy, and consequently there's a lot of mass, and again, just bigger crashes, more parts breakage, generally speaking. So I think our sweet spot has been the 1/10 scale trucks. A while back, actually, you can again check our playlist for the SCT410.3 in the video description. We haven't worked on this truck in a while. It's just been sitting, sitting in the garage, so to speak, for a couple of things, and we're going to go ahead and fix them today. The previous owner, we bought this one used, off of a buddy. And they're not perfect, right? Whenever you buy them used, they've been used, right? The previous owner raced this at NorCal Hobbies on the clay track, so it's pretty clean. He cleaned it up too, but just a couple things that need to be addressed. So the first one was this. This was the old ball end over here, and it was mounted this way, but it should be mounting that way, right? It should be flipped. You can see how it's offset there. So when you mount it this way, it'll actually cut into short course tires. This Mar here has just been when the vehicle was at full lock or whatnot, it would just the interference would just wear away. The rim of the short course tire would wear away. Now the trenchers are bigger, so we're not going to have an issue there. You can even see on this side I don't have the arm flipped, so you can't see that anymore, but essentially this is a weak spot, right? You could see how it's worn down. One get hit and this would probably be broken, so we're being proactive, and we're going to fix this rather than run into it on the road. Now, just a couple of tricks to pop the metal pivot ball out. What you can do is you can actually slide it over a wrench. I should have showed you guys this, but I didn't have my camera on, and should have filmed it earlier, but I wasn't even sure if it would work. So you can put it onto this wrench. This is a 3 millimeter hole. You can grab like a turnbuckle adjusting wrench, and basically use it as leverage or you can just use your thumb here and push down, and that will pop the pivot ball out of the linkage here, or the rod end. And then similarly, when you want to put a new one in, you can just slide the pivot ball on there, slide the arm on, and then pop it on. One thing to note about these Tekno pivot balls is that one end is larger than the other. Now, I'm not sure what the manual states and if the previous owner installed it correctly, but this larger end was on the top, so we're going to keep it there. There's probably some adjustability here because you can flip it down just to give more or less bump steer correction. I don't know what the technical term is. Ackerman, I'm not sure, but there is some suspension tuning that you can do. Flipping it one way or another. This isn't a track car, so we're just going to keep it as it was because it will match the other side. There's some washers too on the bolt that goes through, just for if you want to fine tune that. But the way we found ours was just 2 washers on the top, 2 washers on the bottom. So that's how we're going to reinstall ours. So now to get this ball end back on, note that it is reverse threaded. So to put it back on, you're going to have to rotate it in the opposite direction here, right? So we're going counterclockwise, and I probably won't make you guys watch me do this because it's sometimes painfully slow here, but I'll at least get it started. You want to just make sure that it's relatively straight going on there, and then for extra leverage, you can grab that same 3mm driver, put it through the hole, and turn that to suit. Now, I'm not sure, how exact the alignment was on this, because you could do toe in or toe out. We're just gonna go perfectly square here, meaning both wheels are gonna be parallel to each other. So we're gonna go just roughly based on the amount of threads we see on the other side of this truck here, and I might have to fine tune it by using that turnbuckle wrench, but basically this is how we're gonna do it. Do it by eye. Now, if you wanted to get real serious about the alignments, there are alignment kits that you can buy that help you really dial it in. But again, this is not a track car for us, so simple thread counting is going to suffice for us. So I'm just going to make that square, and the other side I'll go in later when I don't have the camera in the way. So we're just going to get this back together. Now, a couple other things while we've got the truck on the bench here for future episodes. We're going to switch out these body mounts. We're going to essentially try to mount where's our C10, our Proline, our trusty Proline C10 8th scale monster truck body. This is made for like a Revo 3.3 or e-Revo, etc. So it fits pretty nicely on here, right? But you can see the wheel spaces and whatnot, wheel gaps. This is what we run on our ECX Ruckus, right? You can see the holes. We used to run this on our Creighton before we got rid of that, but you can see the amount of damage this is taking. We should probably do some shoe gooing here. This is our Plasti Dip, or Flexi Dip rather, Rust-Oleum's competing product there. That's what we use. You can see it's wearing away a little bit here and there. But we're going to go ahead and try to mount this on. The existing body mounts, we don't have the extra mounts, and the previous owner didn't provide them with us or for us, but you can see how these are angled. Also in the back they're just kind of sloped down in the back, sloped down in the front. That is to suit the body that was mounted, the short course body that was mounted on this truck before. We're going to switch over to something different. So in a future episode, we're debating between using these, we saw this online, these basically these nylon machine screws, right? Or like we have on our XXL2E. I'm just going to reach back here. We're going to try these metal clevis pins. So stay tuned in a future episode. We're going to give those options a shot here. Thanks again for watching. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Thanks again for watching.